Okay, so good evening, and I hope that you are enjoying this evening after a hectic day. But anyway, we are going to have nice time together discussing the strategic planning and school improvement plan.
Yes.
First of all, we'll be discussing about that what exactly is strategic thinking. Because a strategic planning comes with a strategic thinking. The human mind is like a butterfly, flitting from flower to flower, never settling in one place. Do you know the time I have taken to read this thought? Approximately 15 to 20 seconds. Within this period of time, your mind has already around 20 to 25 thoughts in your mind you already had. So human mind is such a machine, I can say, where in 1 minute we have 35 to 45 thoughts. And per day we have 50,000 to 70,000 thoughts. Just imagine how magnificent, how marvelous is the human mind.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, you are sitting with me and your mind has, within this period of time, gone to Bangalore, then gone to your school, then gone to the management, the children.
Yes.
I can understand. So I'm Dr. HALEEMA SADIA, and there is no need for elaborate introduction because already we have done the introduction yesterday.
Yeah.
Just I can mention about the books I have authored. So there are 4 books. One is Leadership and Influence, and the other is Make Them Happy, Make Them Great. This is the parenting guidebook. So it's also going to be very helpful for your school parents.
Okay.
Based on this, we conduct the parental leadership program as well. And 2 books are in my mother tongue, that those are my collection of my poetries that I have written.
Mother tongue means Hindi.
My mother tongue is Urdu.
Urdu.
Yes. So let's get started. But before that, there is a small problem, and I hope that you are going to solve it. She is my cousin Zeba, and she is 23-year-old successful professional. As you know, she is 23 years. So nowadays, in the whole family, the only matter of discussion is that how to find a suitable match for Zeba.
Yes.
And everybody in the family gives their own opinions, suggestions, ideas, because in our families, you know, it's considered to be the birthright of every family member to give the suggestion and advices on the hope that person is going to follow that also and listen to that. So she has a grandfather, or grandparents, we can say. Grandfather is a retired army officer. And what he suggested, that there are many families, they know them very well because you know they have family terms with them. So let us go for some match who belongs to those families, so that they know their value system, they can be very easily aligned with each other. So it's going to be a good match for her. This is the suggestion given by grandparents. His father is a successful businessman. So he said that recently when he had the business meeting, he met a family. So that family looks to be suitable for her daughter. And because he believes in his own gut feelings and instincts. So he said sometimes believing in instincts also leads to the good results. Now she is her mother, and her mother is a social worker. So she thinks that it is better that let us arrange some meetings with the boys, with the matches, so that they can spend some time each other, know each other, try to find out the likings, dislikings, and then after that we can find out that who is suitable for the girl. Now he is her brother, and he is a social media influencer. So he suggested that, okay, let's give an ad on the shadi.com or matrimonial sites, or we can prepare like nice profile of the sister so that the people can be more attracted towards that profile. If profile is nicely made and beautifully decorated, and then put it on the social media. That is his suggestion. And she is her sister. She is an analyst in a company. So she suggested that first of all, let's list down the qualities that are important for our sister so that we can analyze the potential match. And then after that, we can have a checklist so that we can evaluate each candidate, whether the candidate fits as per that checklist or not. Now, I am her cousin because I said that Zeba is my cousin. So what I suggested is that first of all, we should not think in isolation. We have to develop a comprehensive long-term strategy. So that will be mix up of many things. We have to think about the long-term vision. Then our search has to be broadened. Then we have to do a thorough evaluation of the matches. Then we can also discuss the future planning, how they are going to plan their future. And then what are the risks involved if we are going to select particular match. And for that, I have suggested 5 steps also. First step is that first family meeting should be there so that we can have the qualities, values that we want to see. So everybody, whatever you want to give the idea about the values and qualities, you give the idea in that meeting. Then after that, we can have the traditional and modern, both the methods of finding the matches. Traditional method is like word of mouth, through the relatives, through the friends, through family friends. And modern is like through matrimonials, giving on the sites and all. So we can combine both the methods. So we can have more varieties and more options available. And then we can have the initial meetings with those families, not there at their places or at our places, but at the neutral places. So in the neutral place, both of them will be comfortable, and we'll try to observe the family, the boy, their mannerism, how they interact, and then we will try to understand them. And then after that, as per the checklist, we can evaluate the potential match, and then we can, so that it is going to be helpful for us to taking the decisions. And then once we have shortlisted a few matches, then we have to have the follow-up discussion with the matches so that we can discuss about career goals, family expectations, and then lifestyle choices. Because otherwise, then afterwards, there will be problem. Like if the girl wants to continue the job, the family says, no, we don't want the girl continue with the job. So all these things have to be settled and discussed before the marriage. It should not be a problem after the marriage. So this is what I have suggested. What do you think? That out of all these suggestions that everybody has given, like brother who has given the matrimonial option, because brother is a creative thinker and he has thought creatively. The father has given that we should trust our gut feeling. He is an intuitive thinker. Mother has given let them spend time together, and because she is an empathetic thinker, so that's why she has suggested this. Then grandparents said they are reflective thinkers. They believe into the long-term family terms, and they suggested that let us go with the families whom we know for the longer period of time. And since sister is an analytical thinker, she has given the suggestion that let us analyze the potential matches on the basis of our checklist. And I have given them that let us make a comprehensive long-term strategy so that we can find the right matches. Because I am a strategic thinker. So out of all these, what is your suggestion and advice? What do you think is going to work best for Zeba?
Yeah, of course, it is the strategic thinker, what you suggest, because we must have a long-term plan. Okay, so accordingly, we can plan the things. What must be our goal? Where should we reach? So, so then we can plan. We can have a successful married life. What is our taste? All these things after planning. So we should have a proper planning.
Thank you very much. Although I know that there are many things that is missing in our prevailing system of finding the match, like especially this is last follow-up follow-up meeting plans. So
Yeah.
most of the cases, we don't have that follow-up. And then later on, the families have their own expectations. So they expect that girls should do like this, the boys should do like this. Then
Yes.
there are conflicts. Then even the career goals also, there is conflict. Even the lifestyle choices also, maybe sometimes the boy is very traditional, girl is very modern, sometimes the modern, the girl is traditional, and there lots of conflicts are there. So normally in our families, this step 5 is not done properly or systematically.
Yes.
So with this example, we come to know that there are different types of thinker. And the people, since as they are different into their appearance, into their habits, into their likings and dislikings, into their intelligences, into their learning styles, so is the case with the thinking. The people are different into their thought process and into their thinking styles, as we have seen the example. Now, what exactly is the definition of a strategic thinking? So as per Wikipedia, if we look at the definition, so it says that a strategic thinking is a mental or thinking process applied by an individual in the context of achieving a goal or set of goals as a cognitive activity, and it produces thought. So strategic thinking is a process
Yes.
that produces thought, and the purpose is to achieve a goal. That is the context. In
Yes.
that context, the mind thinks, and the mind gives a thought. If general term, we look at the definition of the strategic thinking, then we come to know that this is a process, as we have already learned in the Wikipedia definition, that thinking is a process. Strategic thinking is a process of anticipating. This is something that is very special with it, of anticipating and envisioning the future, understanding the current context, identifying opportunities and threats, and making decisions that position an organization or individual to success. So this is, first of all, we have to anticipate that what will happen in future.
Yes.
We have to envision that. Then we have to keep in the mind present scenario. What are our strengths and weaknesses?
Yes.
What are the opportunities and threats? And then we have to plan the things so that the individual or the organization can move to the success. So it is not a one process. It has, since there are so many things involved, anticipation is involved, envisioning is involved, and considering the opportunities and threat is involved, weaknesses and strength is involved, current context is involved. So it involves a combination of analytical skills, creativity, foresightedness, and the ability to synthesize all these information from various sources to make informed decisions. So it is not a reflective decision, or it is not a temporary decision. It is very well informed, keeping all the scenario in mind. The person takes a decision and make a plan. That is a strategic.
It's a long procedure as well.
Yes, it is a long procedure. You must have heard about the golden circle.
Yeah.
The golden circle is very famous for the organizations and the industries, and it suggests, the longer and the broader circle represents what? Almost all the people in the organization, they know that what are they doing.
Yes.
If they are producing like sugar, everybody knows we are producing sugar. If they are into service sector, everybody knows that, okay, we are into service sector, we provide licensing. Or if you are into school education services, everybody knows that we provide educational services. So the bigger circle is that almost most of the people, they know what are they doing. The inner circle is that some of them know that how they are doing.
Yes.
What is the procedure? What is the process? But a very few know that why are they doing. If we are into education services, why are we into education services? What is our purpose? What is our goal? What is our vision? What is our mission? So this is something that is not known to everybody. Here we can very easily correlate the example. That is very famous example. You also must have read or heard about this, that there were 3 laborers who were working on a site, and they were making a building. They were laying the bricks to make a building. So one gentleman came and asked a person that, what are you doing? So the third person said that, can't you see that I am laying the bricks? That's what is my work, because he was mason. He said, I'm laying the bricks. Then he asked the same question to the second person, that what are you doing? He said, I'm just earning livelihood for my family. I have 2 children. I have a wife. I have to feed them. So I have to earn some money, and that's why I'm laying the bricks here so that I can earn money. When he asked the first person, then he said that I know that this is a hospital building, and I am making hospital, or I am contributing in making the hospital where thousands of people are going to be cured. Their life is going to be saved. And in this way, I am serving the society, and I am contributing to the society. So same work all 3 people are doing. What is the difference? The difference is that a first person knows why, while second and third people, they don't know that why.
Yes.
They just see superficially that they are laying the bricks and they are earning the money. That's what they know. So when we talk about a strategic thinking, it starts only from why. The first question is why. Why we are finding a match for Zeba? Because the goal is to live a happy life hereafter. Isn't it?
Yes.
So we have to achieve that purpose. How to live happily hereafter. That is ultimate goal. That has to be kept in mind. A vision is a dream or a picture of future success. As you mentioned, like yesterday, the vision of your school. Will you please just tell me again, what is the vision of your school?
Yeah, vision is to be recognized as a center of excellence in education.
Okay, to be recognized as a center of excellence in education.
Yeah.
So not only this, that you have to be a center of excellence in education, but to be recognized also.
Yes.
It means that you have to spread. Now your vision is even more wider, so that the people around, not only in this country, in this nation, but beyond this, the people should know your school as the center of excellence. So
Exactly.
in that case, the responsibility is even greater. First,
Yes.
we have to make center of excellence, and then we have to promote it so that the people can recognize it.
Yes, right.
So if you don't have the strategy, how to make the school as a center of excellence, then naturally we are going to be the part of someone else's strategy. This is a very famous quote by Alvin Toffler, that if you don't have a strategy, then you will be the part of somebody else's strategy. So that's why it's important that we should have our own strategy of achieving our goal in life, whether it is personal or whether it is professional. So 3 P's are important for the strategic thinking. One is problem solving, second is planning, and third is process of adjusting actions as required. Because there, what problem we are solving? If we can take your case, so you are solving the issue of education not being excellent. Okay, so education not maintaining the quality. This is the problem what the parents or children, or we can say the society, is facing. So you are here to solve that. So you are a problem solver. Your school is going to solve the problem of providing excellent education. So for that, we need a planning. Okay, long-term planning, short-term planning. And then we have to have the process, how we are going to review that planning, and then how we are going to again adjust our planning and change the actions whenever it is required, so that we can solve the problem that we have aimed at. that we have planned that we are going to solve this problem. So these three P's are important aspect of the strategic thinking. If you try to understand, can you see what is on the picture on the screen?
Let's have chess.
Have you played chess before any time?
Yeah, I played briefs in my school
So
years. I
what is,
used to play.
अच्छा, school years से, what's the special about chess? This game.
Yes, chess means we from the beginning itself we must have a planning how we should advance forward.
Yes. So when you play chess, you only don't look at the board as it is right now, but you envision the board even one move ahead, or sometimes two moves ahead,
Yes.
sometimes five moves ahead, sometimes even 10 moves ahead.
Yes.
So chess is a game that envision the future, and then we have to take the move. And then we have to anticipate the move of opponent as well, that how the opponent is going to move on my move, and then
Yes,
accordingly
exactly.
we have to plan.
Yes,
So
exactly.
this can be taken as a very good example of the strategic thinking, that when we look into the future, when we envision the future, and then to achieve to that place or to that particular achievement, like we want to have the status that particular, so to reach that we have a planning, we have to plan accordingly. Now this is, so far, do you have any questions or shall I move ahead?
Oh no, it's okay. So far it's okay.
Okay. So now this is a simple, very simple assessment of what we have learned already. That there is a situation, a training company wants to attract more customers, and the company invites all the staff members to brainstorm ideas for attracting more customers. How different types of thinkers might contribute their suggestions. Like when we are calling the people, there are 15, 20 staff members. So when we are calling them, then how those people are contributing to give their ideas to the training company, that how we can attract more customers to the training company. So here we have already given the ideas also. What you have to do is, you have to just go through these ideas, and you have to find out that among all these people, who is a strategic thinker. And you have 2 minutes for this task. If you read all the statement, if you have read, then tell me so that I will give you Mentimeter. On that, you have to register your answer. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you have to register it on the Mentimeter, your answer. I'm going to paste this link in the chat box so that you can click on the link and you can register your answer. Just a minute. Did you get the link in the chat?
That, yeah, wait 1 second.
Just click on that and then you can register your reply, you register your answer.
So I'm getting a slide here, ma'am. Which one is strategic thinking?
No, there are options given. Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen. Which one is strategic thinking?
Yeah, so here these options are there. You have to click on the option. Already two people have already responded.
Okay.
You have to write your own. If you think that out of these two, any is there, then you can click on the same.
Can you just enlarge this? I'm not able to read it.
But you already read before now on the previous screen. You want to see that?
But nothing is the downside. I'm not able to.
Actually, this is number wise, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just remember the number, which number was there in that.
That number I am unable to. Okay, I have to go back to.
Okay, you want to see the previous slide? Just a minute. I'll show you the previous slide if you really want.
Yes.
You can just go through this slide and whatever answer you think is correct, just write the numbers at either keep in the mind or write somewhere. So when you go to Mentimeter, just click on that number.
Can I go to the next one?
Okay. So now you must be having the link in the chat box.
Yeah.
Open that link. Open that link, and you
I have
click.
opened, and I
You click on the number.
yeah.
Okay. So let me check what is your answer. Your answer is not being reflected here.
Not reflected.
Only two options are there. What were earlier? See, the right side, you are getting all the options, na?
Yeah,
One, two.
I clicked on the option.
You clicked on which option?
Option number 6.
And then below we have to submit also after clicking.
Okay, so all the options I have to click.
No, one option like 6 if you want to click 6. So first you
Okay,
click
okay,
on
okay.
6 and then go down and there is option of submit.
Okay, okay, understood.
Okay, yes. You clicked on 6 now. Thank you very much for your response. Now let us go back on each points. These points are visible to you.
Yes.
So you have clicked on 6, learn from past marketing success and failures. This is really very a good answer, I must say. And this is really one good strategy. But this is not the comprehensive strategy. Because if we are only looking at the past, okay, learn from the past marketing success and failure. Past means that thing has already gone. Maybe from that period of time, and now in the present situation, the things have changed. Okay, maybe I in the past, I trusted very much onto the cold calling. Okay, cold calling to get the customer. And it was not successful that time. But maybe now in today's scenario, the cold calling has gone now out of fashion. Now social media marketing has come. So if we are only focusing on the past things, then we are not going to have a comprehensive plan for get the customers. This is in isolation, this is a very good strategy.
But ma'am, say we will learn from the past what were our mistakes, and then
No,
when
but
we will evaluate the current marketing strategies.
you will learn from the past, then what will you do after that?
No, from the past, what were our failures? Okay, how we couldn't get through.
We learned. Then what the next step?
Then we will study the current marketing strategies.
Okay, so that's what there is an option for that.
That is the second one. So we have to go by step by
Yeah.
step. I thought that in that way.
Develop a comprehensive long-term marketing strategy. So when we are talking about the comprehensive, that will give you all the aspects, past, present, what we were doing, what we were not doing. If we are going only to the past mistake, then that will cut many other thought processes.
Okay.
Then you will be only looking at past resources, isn't it?
Yes.
So that is the difference between the strategic planning and other planning. Okay, thank you very much. Anyway, you have participated in this and your thought process learning from past is really something very special because most of the people, they ignore this. They don't learn from the past. But if you are keeping that in mind and then making the strategic plan, then of course it is going to help the organization in a great deal. So if we recap about the thinking part, like a strategic thinking part, then it has long-term success, it has comprehensive approach, and it has risk mitigation and then vision alignment and a structured process.
No, ma'am, just 1 second. See, in the previous case, suppose my predecessor, okay, what was exactly the mistake? How we couldn't improve? So I'll just find out what are the drawbacks of that. Then further, I can improve upon that if I come to know that what went wrong. Why couldn't we improve?
So
Is that okay?
that is perfectly all right. But when we talk about a strategic, it is not only one single aspect. It has lots of aspects. Okay, like one aspect maybe will be from learning from the past is the one aspect. Second aspect will be the need of present market. Okay, maybe we have to change some of the courses because the present market doesn't need those courses. Okay, so that will be like market survey. So strategic planning is always combination of many things. Like in the proposal case also, what the cousin has suggested, it was not something new she has suggested, but she has suggested what the sister suggested, that analysis, we have to analyze the matches. Then what the brother suggested and grandfather suggested, that we should go to the traditional method of searching and we should go to the modern method of searching. So she has combined both the methods. Okay, then she has suggested what the mother said, that let them spend some time and then know each other, and then we have to discuss what their future plan. So what she did is that she has taken from all of them and then made a comprehensive plan. That is called a strategic. Here we are talking about the strategic thinking. So learning from the past is perfectly 100% correct. Without that, we cannot plan anything. But when we are planning strategically, we have to keep that also in mind, and then we have to keep other aspects also in the mind. That's what I mean to say. I hope that it is clear now.
Okay.
Yeah. Now coming to the strategic planning. Okay, now in detail, we have learned about the strategic thinking so that it's going to help us into the strategic planning. So when we talk about the strategic planning here, what the leaders do, first they identify their vision, and then the goals and objectives of the organization, and then they plan a process that how they are going to achieve that goal and achieve that objective. So this is called strategic planning. When I was a new fresh principal, I can say in 2012 in UAE. So in India, there is no such system, the strategic planning and all other things. But here, the moment you become the principal, this task is on you, that you have to do the strategic planning. In that year, I didn't do my IIM training. So I was not having very comprehensive understanding of a strategic. I was just like, whatever I have searched on the Google and find out, and from other people I discuss, and then, so it used to be like so difficult for me to prepare the strategic plan of the school. That time we were asked to make 3 years plan and 5 years plan for the school. But once you understand the word strategic, then the things are very easy. So what is a strategic plan? Number one, we have to do the situation analysis. Where we stand now. Either we are on 60% in the assessment and evaluation, or either we are on the satisfactory in the conduct and behavior of the student, or outstanding, or whether our communication is 1 to 5 at the 1 level or 5 level. So we have to have first analysis of all the areas of the school. And then after that, we have to define our goal, that where we have to go now. We are standing at 6, we have to go on 9, or we have to go on 10. Then accordingly, how we will go to that 9 or 10? What naturally, it is not going to happen overnight. That will take time. Gradually only we can achieve the things. If suppose somebody is on 60%, we cannot immediately, right after 6 months, the person is going to score 90%. It won't happen. Yes, but from 60 to 70, the person can go. 70 to 80% can go. So that's what we have to have practical planning of the process, how we are going to achieve the goal. And then accordingly, we have to create the action plan for that. So these are broader 4 elements of the strategic planning. Now, how to do the strategic planning, that we will come into the later part of this. First, we will understand that why the people focus so much on the strategic plan. What are the reasons for this? What do you think? What are the reasons? What are the benefits? Why we should go for the strategic plan?
Because it will be a systematic way of reaching to the goal.
Very good. Wonderful. So the first benefit is that it creates the sense of unity among all the stakeholders, because everybody knows where to go. So everybody will point out towards that. Everybody is able to understand what is our final goal, final vision, and everybody work towards that. So this is the first and foremost benefit that we are going to get out of our strategic planning. And that planning has to be shared also with all the stakeholders. Everybody must know that what is our strategic plan. So it gives a direction to everyone. Now, when we are planning, when we are sitting and discussing, and we are like documenting the things, we are really planning. So that time, it draws our attention towards biases and flaws in the reasoning. What does this mean? That usually what happened, that the things that has occurred recently, that takes maximum attention of ours. You know, you will find that, okay, if anything has gone wrong, now everybody will be talking about that how to take care of that, and everybody will be very cautious about that. Then after some time, something else will happen. Then that will take our attention. So in a strategic planning, we have to, these biases, like recent things in the mind. So these type of biases we have to remove. We have to think about the longer term. It is not only that recent thing we are considering and we are making the plan. So we have to think about the things that had happened even in the longer period of time in the past.
Okay.
So this recency effect is that when something happens, it always remains fresh in the mind. So when we take decisions and when we plan anything, what we do, we always consider that first in the mind. Now, one child was playing in the ground and the child fell down and the child hurt. And then it was like really badly hurt. Then child was taken to the hospital. Now, this is in the mind of everybody. And now everybody will think, okay, how to make the plan that no child gets into this situation that had happened recently. So everybody will give the suggestions around that incident only. And now the people will forget, okay, something happened in the toilet also. Okay, the child got locked in the toilet. That is also again the safety matter of the child. So that incident will not be in the mind, and then we will not put anybody on duty for to the toilet areas. Suppose if it is the action that we have to take to avoid those type of things. So that area will be neglected. So that's why those type of biases we have to remove from the mind, and we have to make the comprehensive plan.
Okay.
Then third is that we have to track the progress based on the strategic goals. So this is third benefit, because always whenever there is strategic planning, it is accompanied by the tracking system, that after how many months we are going to review this. Maybe quarterly, maybe bi-monthly, maybe 6 monthly, maybe yearly. So it depends on the management and the head of the school, that how they plan that when we are going to track the progress. So it is not any document that is forever. That once we have made the plan, now we are sleeping, that we will act upon that and we will do whatever is written. So this is the third benefit of this, that it always is reviewed, and then always there is a change in this. We review, and if we find that there is change required, then we make the changes in this.
In between, just I want to check with you, what are short-term goals and long-term goals? What
yes.
exactly?
So Long-term goal is to make the school center of excellence. Okay, this is
Okay.
long-term goal. But if we talk about the short-term goal, so how the school will be excellent. So if we can divide into like 5 areas, so excellent will be when most of the children are getting above 90%. Okay, so this is one area. So if suppose this year your overall result is 70%, okay, so now your short-term goal will be that how to make this 70% to 80%.
Okay.
Okay, then further divide it into the into the chunks. If you are going to evaluate the result only after annual, then it will be too late. Maybe from 60 to 70 to 80, the children they may not reach. Then how to assess that? You have to consider even start considering from the unit test.
Yes.
So in the unit test, you have to, that will be the short-term goal. So first you have to ensure in the unit test, then the half-yearly exam, then the other unit test, like that. So this is like long-term and short-term goals. Now, a strategic plan, since we have to assess the school's strength and weaknesses, that's why this plan is very, very practical plan. This is again one of the benefit of this plan. So it is a very, very practical, after considering the limitations, the weaknesses, the opportunities and threats, only this plan has been made. So it is not something that only for the sake of making the plan, we have written everything, blah, 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 like giving the impression that the school is going to be outstanding school in just few months. That will not happen.
Yes.
You know, I always say that miracles will not happen. What happened when our school was first time, our school entered into the grade 12, and we worked very hard really to get the good result. The day CBSE was supposed to announce the result, my vice principal came to me and she was like, by face, I can see that she was so much worried about the result. I told to her, see, we have conducted 5-6 tests before that, before CBSE final exam. And we already have the marks with us, mock exams marks. And since it was the first batch, literally we conducted 5 exams for them. Okay. So I said, all the marks are with us. I said, you trust me. Miracle will not happen. Maybe 10% here or there, you can just find the difference. Otherwise, most of the result will remain the same. Like if some child is getting 40%, you will not find in CBSE getting 90%.
Yes.
How? Maybe he can get 50 or maybe he can get 35. It's quite possible. So we have, our strategic plan has to be based on the ground reality. Then only that plan will be considered as the accurate plan. And same thing happened exactly, same result was there. The children those who were giving us the nightmares, they couldn't perform well. And the children, those who were very bright, they performed very good in the exams also. This already we have discussed about the shared vision. Now, strategic plans, one benefit is that it combines all the people together. You know, they're like the staff is also involved, the office staff is also involved, the parents are involved, the teachers are involved, the students are involved. I'm talking about the ideal strategic planning, not the one which we are doing, because the one which we do is always done by the senior management team.
Yes.
But that is not considered to be the ideal. The ideal is where we always take the student also representative, we take always the parent representative, we take always the teachers representative, we take the admin representative, and we take the then senior management team. And then we plan the strategic plan. Then one more benefit is that it clearly defines the benchmark for success. Because maybe I have joined school, I am very new to the school. And where I was teaching, that was a government school, and there was, the people were only thinking about 35%, 40% marks, and everybody was worried about that. That I wish that my class gets 35 or 33 or everybody is passed. I have come from that school, so naturally I am having that in my mind. Okay, that if my child is getting 40, 45%, I'm very happy. Oh my God, my class is getting 45% marks. Most of the children in my class. So how do I know that what is the benchmark for this school and how I have to work towards that? So this strategic planning is something that provides that benchmark to everyone. So this is the benchmark where we all have to work towards that. So I should not be happy with 45. Instead, I have to work for 65 or 75, whatever is the given in the benchmark. Now coming to the next benefit. How did you manage your school during the COVID time?
It was online.
So it
Actually,
was
okay. So we were not having the digital platforms. So we have then made arrangement for that. See, we got some of the students got the devices from the government, and the school itself has sent a notification to the parents, and the school have arranged devices for the students. And most of the students, they procured devices. Then we started doing the online classes.
okay. So it was very smooth transition, or there were some challenges also?
Initial period only, just I think maybe 2-3 weeks. Otherwise, it went smoothly.
Okay, that is really nice to know. So strategic planning also helps us to give the place or the room for innovation. Because when we are fixing or repairing anything that has gone wrong, so in that case, our mind will not think about innovating or creating something new. We will only be focusing that how my result is going to be good, how my result is going to be good, how I'm going to get like excellent result, how to make the school an excellent center. That will be in our mind. But when we are making the strategic planning, that time, since we have to think comprehensively, we have to think about all the aspects. We have to think about the future. We have to think about uh, all the elements that is given to us by the Ministry of Education. Then we will insert this innovation strategic plan also in our school planning. So it is going to give us none of the areas will be left out. Instead, all the areas we are going to insert, and once it is documented, then it's also always going to be helpful for us, so that everybody is going to just follow that. So that's why it is said that this comprehensive strategic plan should be very, very comprehensive. Now it is easy to communicate. Otherwise, how many times you are going to have the meetings with the people? How many times you are going to have the meeting with the staff members, with the stakeholders, with the parents, with the students, with everyone? Okay, this is our plan. We are going to do now this. Now we are going to introduce one mini library. Now we are going to introduce one reading club. Now we are going to introduce the one robotics lab. How many times you will be informing them? So communication and engagement publicly is going to be easy for us through this strategic plan. Once we have made this plan, because strategic plan is always with a timeline. And then we can keep it as a public place, like maybe on the website we have uploaded, maybe in the parent portal we have uploaded, the student portal we have uploaded, so that it is visible to everyone. And that everybody understands that when what is going to happen in the school. And accordingly, they all will be contributing for the school improvement or school plan. And since the document is shared with everyone, it is not a monopoly of one person. Normally what I have seen, I remember, and I'm like, still I'm smiling on that. One principal came to my school. She was from very, very remote area. Like here, UAE only I'm talking, but she was from very far place. I don't remember the name. Like even beyond Fujairah, beyond Ras Al Khaimah, there was some place. Okay.
Yeah, the one place is there. It's very remote.
Yes. Yeah. So she came from that place, and I think she was running Indian school only. And she came for some discussion there was going on in our school, and she brought one of the teacher also. Then she was talking to us, and that time our school was a very new school, and she was talking to us and advising us something. She was very senior. And then she asked her teacher, okay, do you remember that in our plan we have written like this, like this, like this? So can you show to these people? She was advising us on some issues that how we have to do it. Then the teacher is saying, ma'am, but yesterday you changed that. and then she said, no, when did I change? Then she said, no, ma'am, you changed and you have replaced it with this, with something else. And then she said, no, I have never done this. And then she showed the paper also, where in her own handwriting, it was like just very badly, it was strike out. And then she has written something else, scribbling on that page. She said, ma'am, see, this is the thing. So why this has happened? Because, when principal thinks that she is the whole sole responsible for everything, okay, and she or he is running the school, and everything is on his mercy or her mercy. Whatever she wants, she can decide. Whatever she wants, she can remove. Whatever she wants, she can add. Then these things happen. Yes. That first you decided something else, then suddenly you realize, no, I'm going to rub it off. Then you change the statement, change the things. Then the day after tomorrow, you will come to know with other ideas, and they will change it. And then you yourself will be confused always. So once we share this planning with everyone, then everybody is accountable, including the principal, including the head of the school. And everybody will be collaborating to achieve that. And everybody will be helping each other, or maybe I can say reminding each other. So yes, this accountability is very important. At times, the head of the school, they also forget the things. But once it is shared with everyone, then somebody will remember us, somebody will remind us. It is really going to be a great help for us to remember and to recall the things. One thing is very clear, that when we plan anything, okay, the planning, we always talk about students, discuss about students, think about students, and write about students. Will you agree with me?
Yes.
Now, this is different matter, that when it comes to implementation, or when we go and we interact with the students, some of the students are really giving us that bad experience. Then this student-centric thing goes out of our mind. And then we only think how to manage these kids, how to manage these students. So when we plan strategically, we always think about the students-centric plan. And even if we are not able to implement 100%, but I always say that when things are planned, normally 60 to 70% implementation can be ensured. But if it is not planned, then we cannot ensure even 10 to 20% implementation. So that's why, while planning, all the members, those who are involved in the planning, they think about the students' focus, that how it is going to be helpful for the students, how it is going to enhance their educational achievements, how we can address the issues like digital equity and literacy, how we can address the issues like we can enhance the collaborative efforts among the students, how we can ensure that all the stakeholders are aligned in this aspect. So this is one of the benefit of strategic planning. Now here we are going to take 2 minutes break, okay? Because now after this,